Today at Wilwood Disc Brakes, we're going to show you how easy it can be to upgrade your vehicle to our big brake kit. Before we begin, it's important to read through our datasheet instructions designed for your application to verify brake lines, wheel clearance, and look for any variations that may have taken place before or after the vehicle left the factory. With the vehicle properly secured and the wheels removed, we suggest taking some photos of the current setup for reference if needed. Disassemble the original equipment brakes. The rear dust shield needs to be modified, cut, as shown by the white dotted line, to clear the new Wilwood rotor. Cut on the dotted line approximately 8.135 inches diameter from the center of the axle hub. Note, it is recommended that the dust shield be removed before modification and the modification be performed by a qualified machine shop. Clean and degrease the spindle. The caliper bracket mount should initially be installed with clean, dry threads on the mounting bolts. Orient the bracket as shown and install using mounting bolts and washers. Initially place 1.033 inch thick shim on each bolt between the bracket and the upright. Temporarily tighten the mounting bolts. Note, the bracket must fit squarely against the mounting bosses on the upright. Inspect for interference from casting irregularities, machining ridges, burrs, etc. Later, after the caliper alignment has been checked, the mount bolts will be secured using red Loctite 271. Orient the rotor and the hat as shown. Attach the rotor to the hat using the bolts and washers. Using an alternating sequence, apply red Loctite 271 to the threads and torque to instruction specifications. The bolts must be safety wired using standard 0.032 inch diameter stainless steel safety wire as shown. Please refer to Wilwood's datasheet DS386 for complete safety wire installation instructions. Slide the hat rotor assembly onto the axle hub. Note, the hat must fit flush against the axle hub flange or excessive rotor runout may result. Install 3 lug nuts finger tight to keep the hat rotor assembly in place while continuing the installation. Lubricate the caliper mounting studs with lightweight oil. Initially place 2.035 inch shims on each stud. Mount the caliper onto the bracket using lock nuts and washers. Temporarily tighten the lock nut and view the rotor through the top opening of the caliper. The rotor should be centered in the caliper. If not, adjust by adding or subtracting shims between the bracket and the mounting bosses. Always use the same amount of shims on each of the 2 mounting bolts. Once the caliper alignment is correct, remove the bracket mounting bolts one at a time, apply red Loctite 271 to the threads, and torque to instruction specifications. Remove the caliper center bridge pad retaining bolt, nut, and tube from the caliper. Insert the brake pads into the caliper with the friction material facing the rotor as shown. Check that the top of the brake pad is flush with the outside diameter of the rotor. If not, adjust by adding or subtracting shims between the caliper and the bracket. After the caliper pad height is set, torque the caliper lock nuts to instruction specifications. Secure the brake pads in place with the center bridge pad retainer tube, bolt, and lock nut. The lock nut should be snug without play in the bolt or tube. Be cautious not to over-tighten. Next, using PTFE tape, install the 90-degree fitting into the caliper. Screw the Flexline into the 90-degree fitting on the caliper and tighten. Slide the bulkhead fitting through the provided bracket. Attach the bulkhead fitting to the hardline. Attach the Flexline to the bulkhead fitting. Be sure to clean any brake fluid that may have spilled. Attach the brake line bracket to the chassis. For this particular install, we are going to use the drop bracket that was already on the vehicle. Install the provided retaining clip. Be sure to double check all your work for safety reasons, and when ready, perform a full system fill and bleed with new Wilwood brake fluid best suited for your application. Be sure to check again for sufficient wheel clearance and follow the directions for proper bedding of pads and pedal feel. If you have any questions, difficulties, or doubts, please contact a professional.